Wolfdog. Mixes between domestic dogs and other gray wolf subspecies are the most common canine wolf. Since dogs and gray wolves are the same species, are genetically very close, and cover large parts of their ranges for millennials have shared. Such admixture has been detected in the wild in many scattered populations throughout Europe and North America, usually occurring in areas where wolf populations have declined from human impacts and harassment. At the same time, wolves and dogs are often bred in captivity for various purposes. Interbreeding of dogs and two other North American wolf species has also historically occurred in the wild. A 1982 study of 100-year-old canine skulls from Wyoming identified some that matched the morphology of wolf dogs. This study was rebutted as providing convincing evidence 4 years later. In 2010, archaeologists found the remains of wolf dogs in a warrior burial in the Central Valley of Mexico dating back about 2,000 years. So what were once thought to be coyotes depicted in the art of the Teotihuacan civilization will be reviewed again. Genetic research has shown that wolves with black pellets owe their distinctive coloring to a mutation that entered the wolf population through interbreeding with domestic dogs. Adolph Murray was one of the first wolf biologists to speculate that the wide color variation in wolves was due to interbreeding with dogs. In 2008, it was discovered that a gene mutation responsible for the protein beta-defensin 3 is responsible for the black coat color in dogs. The same mutation was responsible for black wolves in North America and the Italian Apennine, and the mutation in dogs arose between 130 and 1200 years ago, with a preferred date of 470 years ago after comparing large parts of the wolf, dog and coyote genomes. Robert K. Wynne, Ken's evolutionary biologist, stated that he believed that dogs were the first to mutate. He went on to state that even if it originated in Eurasian wolf, it was transferred to dogs that brought it to the New World shortly after their arrival, and then transferred it to wolves and coyotes. Black wolves with recent canine ancestry tend to retain their black pigment longer as they age. As of 1999, there were over 1,000 wolf dogs in the United States. In the first generation of wolf dogs, gray wolves are often crossed with wolf-like dogs, such as German Shepherds, Siberian Huskies, and Alaskan Malamute for the most attractive appearance to desirable exotic pet owners. The physical characteristics of an animal created by breeding a wolf to a dog are unpredictable, similar to the characteristics of mixed-breed dogs. In many cases, the resulting adult wolf dog may be larger than either of its parents due to the genetic phenomenon of heterosis, commonly known as hybrid power. Breeding experiments in Germany with poodles and wolves, and later with the resulting wolf dogs, showed unrestricted fertility, free choice mating, and no significant communication problems, even after several generations. However, the offspring of poodles with both coyotes and jackals all showed reduced fertility, significant mating problems, and increased genetic disease after 3 generations of inbreeding between the hybrids. Therefore, the researchers concluded that domesticated dogs and wolves are the same species. Wolf dogs display a wide variety of appearances, from looking like non-wolf blood to animals that are often mistaken for full-blood wolves. A lengthy study by DEFRA and the RSPCA found numerous examples of misrepresentation by breeders and uncertain levels of true wolf pedigree in many animals sold as wolf dogs. In this report, it is mentioned that uneducated citizens mistake dogs that look like wolves as wolf dogs. Wolf dogs tend to have somewhat smaller heads than pure wolves, with larger, more pointed ears that lack the dense fur usually seen in those of wolves. Fur markings also tend to be very distinct and not well blended. Black wolf dogs tend to retain their black and white pigment longer as they age, compared to black and white wolves. In some cases, the presence of a dockla on the hind leg is considered useful, but not absolute. It is an indicator of the contamination of the canine gene in wild wolves. Dew claws are the first vestigial legs, common on the hind legs of domestic dogs, but thought to be absent from pure wolves, which have only 4 hind legs. Observations on wild wolf dogs in the former Soviet Union show that in a wild state they may form larger packs than pure wolves, and have greater endurance when chasing prey. High-content wolf dogs typically have longer canine teeth than dogs of comparable size, with some officers in the South African Defense Force commenting that the animals are able to bite through the hardest cushions, like a knife through butter. Experiments conducted at the Perm Internal Forces Institute in Russia showed that wolf dogs with a high wolf content took 15 to 20 seconds to track a target in training sessions, while normal police dogs took 3 to 4 minutes. Scientific evidence to support the wolf dog researchers' claims is minimal, and further research is called for. Wolf dogs are generally said to be naturally healthy animals and are less affected by hereditary diseases than most dog breeds. Wolf dogs are usually healthier than both parents due to heterosis. There is some controversy over the effectiveness of the standard dog-cat rabies vaccine on a wolf dog. To date, the USDA has not approved any rabies vaccine for use in wolf dogs, although they recommend off-label use of the vaccine. Wolf dog owners and breeders claim that the lack of official approval is a political move to prevent wolf dog ownership. The wolf dog is a mixture of genetic traits that results in less predictable behavior patterns compared to wolves or dogs. The behavior of adult wolf dog pups also cannot be predicted with comparable certainty as that of puppies. Even in third-generation pups produced by wolf dog matings with dogs or from the behavior of the parent animals. Thus, although the behavior of an individual wolf dog may be predictable, the behavior of the species as a whole is not, due to the variability inherent to their admixture. Whether a wolf-dog cross should be considered more dangerous than a dog depends on the behavior specific to the individual alone, rather than to wolf dogs as a group. The view that aggressive traits are an inherent part of the wolf dog's temperament has been contested in recent years by wolf dog breeders and other advocates of the wolf dog as a pet.